Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, hey. Welcome in. Thank you for joining on this amazing Tuesday. How is everybody today? Are we doing good? Are we ready to talk seller support? Hey, hey. How are you? Did I see who made their 1K yesterday? No. Who did I miss? Can you hear me? Yay! Aw, that's awesome. Okay. She'll get there. She'll get there. 9 more. She will absolutely get there. Oh my goodness. Yay, yay. She did. Yeah. What in the hell is up with my computer is totally gonna die, just so we're clear. That is okay. That's fun. Right. Well, we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Guess what I got today? My book! The actual official book. The real live thing, not the proof that I've been holding up forever. I got the actual book. Yay. I'm so excited. Super, super excited. Yes. All right, let me pin this puppy up. Bye now. Pin that. All righty. Hey, love to love you. How are you? Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, yeah. You like that? Yes. Welcome in. I thought he was too cute not to get, so I definitely got him. Definitely got him. How is everyone? Today is our Tuesday tab and chat. I know, right? Like I had to. It was a Goliath and Laura bye. Welcome in. He's a Stitch. The Stitch shop before they were Loungefly. Very I love him. He's cute. Very cute. How is everyone? I was just telling Mari that I got my official, like the actual thing today. So I am, oh, fudge. I fucked up. Yeah, I did. Son of a gun. What's happening on your end? Or are you saying that because I said I fucked up? I wanted to. Yeah, my book is ready. I got my books in today. Yeah, I fucked up. I cannot remove this motherfucker from the show. Discount applies to select floor models, discontinued items, overstocks, and clearance. Excludes advertised items and select styles. See store for details. I'm just gonna have to duplicate it. Ha, there we go. Problem solved. Duplicate that beige. I wanted to discount it for you guys today since it's the big reveal. And I wanted to discount it more than I am going to discount it. He's good. He's good. He's so stinking cute. I can't even. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Publish that puppy and now bring it into the show. Drop a 1 in the chat if you are a seller. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're a buyer only and not a seller. Welcome in, Eileen. How are you? South Texas. Welcome in. Hey, T. Okay, I think I did it. Let's see. I messed up. I wanted to give you guys a bigger discount on the book today. There you go. The one that's pinned right now is the one that you'll want to swipe on because the other one's more expensive. So I hope people will swipe on. Thank you so much for that raid, Purple Passion. I appreciate you. Guess what, guys? In honor of that awesome raid, guess what we're going to do? We are going to give away one of my brand new books. Okay? You're not going to want to miss it. All right? And we are going to edit this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. I want to acknowledge that this is a raid giveaway. There we go. All right. Okay, well, your girl can't freaking spell apparently. Welcome in. It is nothing new in here. Nothing new. It's a shit show every day. My name is Adrienne. Thank you for joining. I go by Web Woman. And we got about 12 to 18 inches here. 12 to 18. We got 18. We got 18. We were expecting 12 to 18. We definitely got 18 for sure. Maybe more. We're running that giveaway, guys. Get in that giveaway. It's on that side, right? It's on that side. Get in there. It is a free copy of my book, Webwoman's Why Not, What Not, the things I wish I had known as a live auction buyer and live auction seller. Not that the information wasn't out there, not that I'm an expert. It is my experience, my trials and tribulations. No snow, but sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. So the book, guys, is pinned below. It is on flash sale. Today I got them. I'm so excited. I had the proof previously, but I did make some changes and, had to send it back in. And so I finally got my copies today. It was delayed because of the storm, but they are here. So I'm super excited to release them to you. Some of what I talk about in my community support shows is in here. But thank you. I give very specific, detailed how-tos for certain things. And it's a very basic level book. I will read the back to you. It's for sellers. This book walks through many stages of my experience with live auction platforms like Whatnot, from building a recognizable profile and preparing inventory to running engaging live shows, managing chat dynamics, rotating merchandise, and creating systems that prevent burnout. It emphasizes preparation, adaptability, and professionalism, offering real-world strategies for maintaining momentum, handling technical challenges, and fostering trust with buyers, rather than relying on theory. The guidance is grounded in lessons learned through trial and error and lived experiences. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For buyers, this book provides insight into how live auctions function behind the scenes, empowering readers to make smarter purchasing decisions. It addresses common pitfalls such as emotional bidding, unclear item descriptions, and misunderstandings around shipping, timing, and seller expectations. By understanding seller workflows and auction mechanics, buyers are better equipped to participate confidently and responsibly. Ultimately, this manuscript serves as both a handbook and a reality check designed to educate, prepare, and empower readers to participate in live auctions with clarity, confidence, and integrity. Whether you are new to live auctions or looking to refine your approach, this guide provides the foundational knowledge and practical tools needed to succeed in the evolving live auction marketplace. So I am super excited to have it for you today. So get in that giveaway. Get in that giveaway because I am going to be sending this to one of you lucky folks. I think you're lucky anyway. You'll have to be the judge of that, but it's just sort of my experiences. Like I said, Athena, how are you? I hear that you might be like this flipping close to that 1K. Did you hit it? Did you hit it? Purple Passion, how was your show? Oh my goodness. 991. Woo! Awesome and fun. I'm so happy for you. That is amazing. You too, you're not at 100. You're at 100 tail. Got it. Yes, I had to have my daughter buy some stickers and by tomorrow. If, oh my goodness, 101 away. That's amazing. Bookmark, love to see people hit that mark. Yes, it's amazing. It's an awesome, awesome thing when people hit that. I love that. I've been in several where we've hit that together, and it's amazing. It is very, very cool. I love that for everyone. Oh, you're very welcome. Love, congratulations. You are getting a copy. Would you like it signed? Would you like it signed? Thrift Chick, welcome in. How are you? Yes, thank you so much. Absolutely. Look, I will sign this bitch right now. Right now. What would you like? How would you like me to address you? Love to love you, or this is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, multimeter ran high demand. So when welcome in. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate you popping in. Peace, love, and kindness to you as well. Love to love you. Got it, got it. I can't talk and chew gum at the same time, so y'all have to keep yourselves busy. Tap that screen while I write. No, he reached out and just said hi, and I wrote hi back, but hasn't actually like done anything more than that. Thank you so much. But my book is ready. I got them today. Yes, sure, that would be great. Fantastic. I got the box of books. I was so excited to rip it open. Thank you, thank you. It does. Yeah. I'm super excited to get feedback, and I'm already working on the second version because this was like just the basics. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited and love to love you. Just won herself a copy. So that's super exciting. But you're the best. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Billy. So close, you will get there. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yes, they would. So that is what we are doing. What do you all have questions about? Because I know, like, some of you don't know where to start. And I actually had, son of a gun, I actually had, saw a person today that I wanted to reach out to. I don't think I'm going to be able to. You're amazed that you got this done. I wanted to do it, but it takes so much discipline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. So I think, I don't know. I think my favorite section. Oh, I don't have a favorite section. Would you like me to read you the sections of the book? It's exhausting. I tend to go overboard, so I try to like keep it short and sweet, but there's no such thing with Web Woman. It's 83 pages, so it's not too long. And they're not big words, they're small. I did not. I did not. So there's the dedication, of course, there's the preface, and then I have it separated into a few different sections. The first section is the buyer section, the second section is the seller section, and then moderators, and then how to, and then a glossary of terms or whatnot lingo. And so within those sections, obviously, there are subsections, right? I didn't label them as chapters because I don't know why. I just feel like when you put a number on things, it sort of makes it seem like something is perhaps more important than something else just based on the number. So, like, chapter 1, it's like, the most important. And to me, I don't feel like there's any one thing that's super important. I think people are going to be able to take something from this, whether it's in the beginning or in the end, or in the middle, like somewhere in between. So anyway, these are the sections. I will quit yapping and get on with it. Buyer beware. Health and well-being is part of that. Buyer beware username. Buyer beware view profile, reviews, items sold, average shipping. Reviews, items sold, and average shipping are all subsections of that. Buyer beware, read the show notes. Buyer beware, ask questions. 23 chapters. Yeah. Buyer beware, bids are binding and charged immediately. Buyer basics. Place bids and make buy it now purchases responsibly. Buying basics. Etiquette. Negativity. Reviews. Less than 5-star experience. And then sellers. And again, this is just a basics book. I have another book already started with more expanded thoughts on some of these things, more detail in terms of how to's. This was just sort of the basics. Let's talk about all the things that I sort of just wish I had known, like on, day 1, week 1, month 1, all of those things. Welcome in, welcome in. So, the seller section starts with becoming a seller, setting up shows, my brief background, setting up recurring shows, technical aspects, selling etiquette, the basics, persona, welcome, acknowledge, and thank people, failed payments, rating, raid trains, negativity, pivoting, reviews, seller lessons learned, shipping, hosting shows, audio, battery life, internet connectivity, background, seller consistency, seller networking, having a presence, blessing the chat or sponsoring, promoting, boosting, moderating, raid trains, participating in a raid train, bookmarks, honesty, energy, sourcing, expenses. And I give examples of like 3 different things. um, Low prices, low shipping costs, moderators, and then it goes into the moderators section. And then the how-to. The how-tos covers looking at profiles, looking at sellers' data. So for buyers who want to look into the seller before they actually make a purchase, looking at reviews, deleting a review. Put a number 2 if you knew you could delete a review. Put a number 1 if you didn't know you could delete a review. Good, good. So sellers cannot delete a review. Let's just be clear. Sellers cannot do that at all, ever, can't do. Buyers, however, can. If I purchased something from you and I had a less than a 5-star experience and I reviewed you and I gave you a shitty review and you reached out to me and said, hey, I wish you had contacted me and let me know that something was wrong with your order before posting that review. How can I make it right? And I decided as a buyer, yeah, that seller made it right. I'm comfortable with that purchase. I'm going to delete my review. I can do that as a buyer. And it will not affect, it will delete the rating with it. So, let's say they gave me a 3-star review. That 3-star review is no longer counted in my rating. It goes away once it's deleted. Boosting or tipping a seller or a host, reading show notes, writing a review, viewing personal activity as a buyer, setting up recurring shows, checking auction, buy now, giveaway, and sold items along with failed payments in a show. And that's important for both buyers and sellers. Add a moderator, creating a raid, setting up shipping for plain white envelopes or PWEs. New seller pre-show checklist, live show checklist, and a post-show packing shipping checklist. And then it comes with a glossary of terms. And what's next? So I'm super happy to debut that here today. It is on sale for $15. If you want a copy, feel free to swipe on that item. Today is going to be the only day I'm offering it at that price. I will offer it at a discount tomorrow during my show that is specific to the book. But it won't be as discounted. Today is like the debut, and we're giving y'all a go for 15. So, there it is. There it is. I'm super excited. Can't wait to get some feedback. I already had one purchase outside of here and got some feedback that they learned something. So that is my goal all the time. So I was super happy with that review. It's great. But we are here today to talk about some of these things, right? as new sellers, what we learned, what we wish we had known as a new seller getting into uh, the whatnot world. Welcome in, welcome in. Um, so I always like to start with my little checklist. I know some of you have heard this a million times. So I apologize if you're hearing it for the millionth time. But one of the first things that I suggest people do is to have a goal, have a purpose. What is your goal? And maybe have a couple of goals, right? Because like I have a couple of goals. I have one overarching goal, right? And that's my why, right? My two whys. Um, my daughter, getting her into college, and my wife, keeping her home so she can take care of her mother, who is elderly and not well, so that she doesn't, we can supplement her income because she left her job. Um, and then having smaller bite-sized goals within that. And so for each show, I sort of set myself a goal. And so for these seller support shows, my goals are smaller. Like I I don't necessarily have a goal to sell anything. I'm sharing information with all of you in hopes that it helps somebody somewhere, somehow. And for my actual shows where I am selling things, I used to have a pretty achievable goal, and I have since altered that goal. You will be happy to know that after you read my book, I share with you in there what my goal was. uh, and it's very achievable. Now, however, I set myself a new goal for each show, and sometimes I reach it, sometimes I don't. Um, it depends on what kind of show it is. So the answer to that question will change for me as a person, as a seller. If I'm selling clothing, it depends on, what type of clothing. Am I selling a mixed bag of clothing, meaning men, women, children? Am I offering free shipping? If I'm offering free shipping, my goal is going to be higher. Why? Because I feel like with free shipping, I should bring in people, right? People should want to be in my show. They should want to be swiping on those deals because there's very little at stake for them. They can get something brand new with tags for $5 and no additional shipping. So why wouldn't they? With shows where I don't offer the free shipping, the buyer pays for that shipping, but they pay up to a certain amount. My goal might be a little lower because I know people are sometimes hesitant to make that first swipe, right? And for a variety of reasons, it's personal for everyone. It's not going to be the same. My reason for not swiping is going to be different from your reason for not swiping, and it's going to be different from the next person's reason for not swiping. Maybe I don't know how long that person's show is going to be and if it's going to be worth it to me to invest in that show. Thank you so much, Athena. I appreciate that. So I've got to either be likable or have a product that somebody likes or a combination of the two, right? I'm not for everybody. I do have a mouth on me, which, I've been trying a little to work on. They just fly out. I it, Sometimes you just gotta say the F word every now and then. It just makes you feel better. Um and so it's better than punching somebody in the face or what you love about me, right? You never know what's gonna come out of my mouth. Thank you. But yeah, so those reasons are what will I consider all of those things in advance of my show when I make that goal, right? So people that cost little, see, right? See, like I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just saying, yes, it just feels better. So yeah, so my goals will be different for each show, depending on how the show is set up, what I'm selling for that particular day, um, and it will change because, like I said, when I started, my goal was pretty achievable. It was to sell one thing in a show, and my my wife has already gone above and beyond that. Right? She sets her goals a little bit higher, and she has she wants to sell 5 to 10 things each show, which I think is amazing because if I had set that goal for myself early on and I didn't achieve it, I probably would have been a little bit more disappointed. So that may sound like a cop out. It may sound like the easy way out. It may sound, I don't know, crazy. It's fine. It's fine. For me, I know myself and I know that I would probably be disappointed and I would be hard on myself and it would be hard to get me out of that woe is me state, right? Look, I had to text T the other day. I'm like, look, I need a little pep talk. Can I get a little T pep? Because hey, how are you? How are you? I was just talking about my book that is out. I got it today. I'm super excited. And I was talking about how my wife has bigger goals than I did as a new time seller. Thank you. Thank you. Um, she set her goals a little bit higher than I did in the beginning. I set very achievable goals. One sale and to have good customer support for that show. And that was achievable. Now my goals are a little bit higher. And like I said, I changed those goals based on what I'm selling, what the parameters are. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Love you. I hope you love it. And I hope you will give me honest feedback, even if it makes me cry. Because I have number 2 in the works. So this is just like a basics, but I ran through all of the categories and look, we're gonna get another one up here, guys. I'm doing the thing today. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. All right, get in there. I will absolutely. I will sign it right now. Actually, I signed. Athena, would you like yours signed as well? And how would you like it signed? How would you like to be addressed? Thank you, T, for pinning up my wife, Holden. Oh my goodness, Jen. So when you said, hi, Holly, this morning in your show, my wife's name is Holly. That's why her name is Holden. It's a combination of first name and last name. And every time someone says that name, I'm like, oh, is my wife in here? And I love Holly from the show earlier. Everyone's find out whatnot. It has arrived. So I was like, ooh, is my wife in here? But she wasn't. So I will adjust it to Jen. Thank you so much. And Athena, you said yes as well, right? And how would you like it addressed, Athena? Or your whole username? Yes, gotcha. Done and done. Um, yeah, so hat and look at my color street, man. Because I'm a color street whore too. Um, it's a little chip though, because of the packing, you know. um, but yeah, I was talking about setting goals, having goals. And then after having goals, you know, maybe your goal is like just to gain so many followers, to sell so many things in your show, to um increase your bin inventory, right? Because put a number 2 in the chat if you know what bin stands for. Put a 1 if you don't. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being honest. Nobody in here is gonna laugh or make fun of anyone for not knowing something. We don't know what we don't know, and that is actually right on my book. We don't know what we don't know. Like, you know, we may think we know, but we don't. We don't know until we know. And do you know how many years old I was when I found out what BIN stood for? Yep, 47. 47 years old. Yep. Guess how old I am? 47. Okay. 47. Yep. BIN stands for buy it now. What the freak? Okay. Buy it now? What? Welcome in. Welcome in. Kalina, how are you? Buy it now, guys. What the fuck? Buy it now? Like, holy hell. It took me forever. And do you know that when brace yourselves, guys. I usually wait for a different part of the show to say this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I usually wait for a different part of the show to tell people to brace themselves, but brace yourself, okay? Bid it up, chat. Bid it up. Bid it up. Bid it up. Swipe, 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 swipe. That is not me, okay? Welcome in, sunshine. Welcome in. You just walked into the shit show. Yeah, brace yourself. That's not me. Jump scare, yes. Okay. See, yep, save that house just welcome in. Appreciate you. I don't know where the hell I was going. See, guys, I'm a squirrel. Somebody remind me what the hell I was talking about. I know I skipped to nails for a hot second. You love those. Ben! Thank you, Dollar Mamas. I was talking about the different way that people sell. Ben, buy it now. I was today, 47 years old when I found out what Ben stands for. And in the same sense, it took me forever when I was listening to Case Creations. Congratulations, you are getting a copy of that. Would you like it signed and addressed? And if so, please tell me who you would like it addressed to. It took me forever to realize that people were not saying Chad or shit because the pronunciation had me baffled for quite a while in several different shows. And I was like, who the fuck is Chad? Who's Chad? What am I missing? Who's Chad? And then I realized they were saying chat. 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 So I was 47 when I found out what BIN stood for. Buy it now. Yeah, it took you a month to figure out that they weren't saying Chad or shit, right? Because it sounded like shit too at one point in some people's shows. It right? Who the hell is Chad? I'm like, what am I missing, guys? What am I missing? Yes. I don't like to be called chat either. With yeet, yes. That's great. I'm going to eat. That's funny. That is funny. But yes, that is thankfully I have a daughter who is now an adult. She's 18. But her and my son both used the word yeet several years ago. And so I didn't know what that meant. But yeah, it depends on, where you are, who's saying it, all the things, right? And um it was just like, oh, okay, Ben, buy it now. Gotcha. And it was like that light bulb, like, holy hell, I wouldn't have come up with that on my own. Um, the blonde is real, guys. It's real. So I'm sorry. Let me just K's Creations. Did you want me to address the book to anyone, or do you want me to just sign it? That's it. Just sign. Perfect. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, so it's like all these little things that you don't know what you don't know, right? So it takes a village, right? We talk to each other, we support each other, we share, hey, did you hear that person say that? Like, what did they mean by that? Or like, or someone actually spells it out for you and says, hey guys, who doesn't know how to bookmark? Put a 2 in the chat if you know how to bookmark. Put a 3 if you don't. Good. Perfect. 6 6 7. Put a 0 if you don't want to participate. You just sit back, sit back quietly, lurk. Yeah, so all of those things, like, right? We don't know what we don't know. So uh the second thing I like to talk about is setting up your profile, right? When I first started as a seller, everybody said you gotta have a profile, you gotta have a profile, right? And I was like, okay. I wrote a freaking dissertation, guys. Like, the whole book was probably in my profile at one point. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I'm not kidding when I say I look up. I don't know how to switch. Oh, okay. That's great. I can show you. Maybe. Maybe. um okay. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna do something real quick and I will show you. And you have shows with, and I keep canceling them. So, hey Luna, how are you? Sunshine, tell me when you say cancel, you don't mean actually cancel. You just mean you move them. Perfect. Does anyone know why I said that? You should move them and not cancel them. Yeah, right? You had me sweating too. Bookmarks, yes. Exactly. Bookmarks. Guys, we want to keep the bookmarks on those shows. And so as long as we move them and don't actually delete them or cancel them, those bookmarks will stay. Okay, so we're gonna just hope that this post-it note does not fall off. So we're in a show right now, and to change something to local pickup, if the seller offers local pickup, and if you are local, you go to your wallet. Go to your wallet, and for those of you who don't know, swipe to the left so that you can see me without all of the. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So that you can see without all of the comments. Okay. Swipe to the left, click on your wallet, and the top option is where you're currently having your stuff shipped to. If you click on the arrow that's next to that address, it brings up another screen, and see that option right there, free pickup? You choose that option. Once you choose that option in that person's show, only that seller's show, you can do local pickup. It will default to that. Thank you so much. It will default to that. It's in, guys, and it's on sale. That's the lowest I'm gonna offer it. Today is the sort of debut. Tomorrow I have a whole show dedicated to the book. And it will be discounted from sticker price. But it won't be this low. You just swiped all the messages to the left, and I finally realized that you. Yes, I am. So when I say the roots are real, that's what I mean. Oh, thank you so much. Would you like it addressed to you or to someone? And if so, who? And would you like it signed? Susan, okay. Got it. I love you too, Sunshine. Thank you so much. Yeah, so local pickup, when that's on, it will stay on. You can learn the other lingo. Some of it, yeah. I didn't include all of it, but because I'm writing another one. But I thought the things that I included were like the things that you kind of the things that I wish I had known like right off the bat, like the chat thing, right? I thought they were saying Chad for the longest time, or shit, because that's how it sounded at one point in someone's show, and I was like, why do they keep saying that? Shit, and I'm like, what? Chat. Oh, chat. I will say type it in the chat, but I will not address you all as chat. And if I do, literally red chat me, because I will most likely want to eat myself at that point. But yeah, so set those goals, right? Set up a profile. Don't make it a dissertation. I learned early on that people don't want to read the dissertation that I wrote in my profile. They just want to know what I'm selling, and maybe what days I'm selling it, because I'm not as consistent as some folks. I don't have the ability to go on live every day at a certain time. I have a 9 to 5, and that is my priority. And then obviously family, right? Got to fit that in somewhere. And it's a lot. Like for those of you that don't know, or maybe you do know, and hopefully you agree, it's a lot. And one of our best supporters on here as a buyer, Prodry, he tells us all the time. He's like, you sellers need to tell people how much work it is. And while I agree, I'm not out there being like, oh, it's so much work, guys, but it is a lot of work. And for those of us sellers who know, it's a lot of work. Otherwise everybody would be doing it, right? And if it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And I think some of us think it's going to be easy, and some of us have an easier time than others, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have to put in the work, you have to put in the dedication. What you get out of this is what you put in. So think about that for a second. If your goals are big, yeah, it's not easy, it's work. If your goals are this big, you need to put that big of effort in. That's why my goals were little in the beginning, because I needed to be able to achieve those goals and check those things off for me as a person, as a human. I need those small little like validations. I need validation. I need to be validated, guys. I know who I am. If I don't get that, I'm hard on myself. And very easy to do the woe is me thing. Like, why didn't I? How come I did that? I did right. It's very easy to get stuck in that mindset. And I I told I told Dee this, and I think she knows it already. I totally believe in the power of manifestation, and Save the House Jess, absolutely, 100%, 100% believes in the power of manifestation. Own it, own it, own that Givy, own it. That Givy is mine. I'm winning that. Thank you for blessing me today. Thank you for that blessing. Because if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have that attitude, it's not going to come to you. You have to put out what you want to receive. So if I am negative, if I am poo poo, that's where I'm going to sort of stay, right? That's what I'm going to receive. So set those smaller goals so that you can check them off and feel good about it. Yeah, it can go south real quick. So I have time to teach us how to set up a show on my tablet. Yes, I do. So setting up a show. And forgive me, guys, I'm going to turn this around because I don't work well like this. So I am going to do this and hope it works. Hold on one second. Let me do this. I'm going to face cam it. And I am going to move. All right. All right. There we go. Holy hell. I gotta have my hand far, far away for that. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see it. So when you're in your seller hub, I'm clicking on, oh shit. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, guys. Your girl has to change something. There we go. Okay. I love Faded. Oh my God. There she is, right there, flipping everybody off. I love her. Okay. So when you are a seller, you have what's called the seller hub. Okay. And it says schedule a show or create a product. I want to schedule a show. So you name your show, and I'm going to name this sample. Whoops. If I could type sample show. Now, Of course, I'm just doing this as an example. I would want to be a little more specific about what my show is actually named. And I pay attention to things. So, like, part of what I always talk about during these support shows is how I did research in advance, how I took notes on the things that I liked, the things that I didn't like, um, what seems to work for people. And so I will look at other sellers that I admire and take their lead, right? If they're doing something that I think is working, that's what I'm going to do. Now, it's, I struggle with the word copying because you don't want to copy anybody. You want to be yourself. But for example, something like this, the name of your show, if they name something with something that's catchy, that's what I mean by copying. Like, oh, hey, I liked that person put low starts as part of their title because that grabs people's attention. So low starts, dollar starts, free shipping, that gets people, right? So if I'm doing a free shipping show, I'm going to put that right in my title. But because this is a sample, I'm just using sample show. And then you can click on the calendar right here to choose a day and time. So I'll scroll and let's say I want to do it on the 30th. I'm going to choose the 30th. I know that's hard to see right there. And I'm going to choose the time. I'll leave it at 6:21. It takes the time that it is right now in your time zone as you're creating the show as the time. So I'm just going to hit done. So then it says right here, moderators. And so I have moderators that are auto modded. That will usually pop up for you if you auto mod somebody often, or if you allow people to moderate often. You can add people as you see fit or subtract them as you see fit. The next thing here is repeats. So what I always recommend is you set up 8 to 10 shows. And so I would choose it repeats. And then you get to choose how often it repeats. Does it repeat daily, weekly, or monthly? So I might do weekly as sort of a middle ground option because I don't want to hold myself to a daily show unless it's my raid. I do a 5-minute raid every day, or at least I try to. So I'm going to choose weekly. I said I was going to choose weekly and I ended up choosing daily. All right. So I chose weekly. And then you have the option of every week after number of shows. I could choose every other week and I could choose the number of shows. So I'm going to choose like 10. Let's choose 10. I'm going to make 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Welcome in, CG. How are you? So I'm going to choose 10 shows. After 10 shows, it will not create any more shows. And then I can add a thumbnail. Now, I don't have any thumbnails in this on this iPad that I can use. So if I leave it blank, it's going to take my thumbnail image from my profile and use that as the thumbnail. It's no secret, guys. I'm just gonna stop this for one hot second. Turn this around again, and then I'll go back to it. I promise. It's no secret, guys. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, work smarter, not harder. Use AI. Use the tools that are out there for all of us for free. Okay. I use AI to generate my thumbnails. I did go to school for graphic design. That's my background. I love it. I work with technology. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. Of course, everybody, stumbles now and then. If I knew everything, right? I don't want to know everything. Okay. I don't want to know. I don't want to know everything. I want to know who to go to get the information that I need, right? but the tools, the resources, they're available. Okay, so use them. Use AI. Go to Chat GPT. Yeah, you love that I do the 5-minute rate daily. Yeah, thank you. Um, Chat GPT, Gemini. Um, they're all free. They're all free. Type in what you want that application to produce. And when I say type it in, be specific. It's called prompt engineering. um, you have to engineer the prompt to do what you want, to provide you with the results that you want to see. So if I say, hey, ChatGPT, create me an image that is 600 pixels by 600 pixels, that's a square, right? 600 by 600. Um, make it look like a woman with blonde hair, long, wears glasses. She might be standing, she might be sitting. I tell it what I want to get out of it, right? And then it produces something. And if it's not right, I tell it what to correct. I like this, but change this. And be specific, guys, be specific. And so that's what I would use for the image there, whatever thumbnail. I'm gonna leave it blank because, like I said, I'm just doing this as a sample to show you um, what how to set up a show. So I'm gonna leave it blank. But if I had an image to use there, I would choose one, and then categorize yourself. What is that show going to be about? Community is what today's show is categorized as. If this were an actual selling show, Um, I might choose women's fashion because that is one of the things that I sell. I did say Chat GPT and Gemini, yes. Um, they're both free. They let me also clarify. They do have paid versions. I don't pay for it, guys. I don't pay for it. I use the free version. And I'm happy with that. It does limit you to how many images you can create in a day, but there's tomorrow. I create 5 every day just to have them in my back pocket. The dimensions for an inventory item are more square. The images for a thumbnail are more rectangle. And I'll show you that in a minute. So after you categorize whatever it is you are going to be selling, for example, I chose the other women's fashion as my category. It says, what format are you going to be primarily selling? Am I going to do it in an auction format? Or am I going to do it in a buy it now format? Or am I going to do surprise sets? And so I might choose any one of those 3 things depending on what it is. Now with clothing, I'm not doing surprise sets with clothing ever. I'm not. Some people may, I'm not. I would probably do it as an auction because I have an inventory item that is set up for, you know, mixed clothing. It's set up so that it uses my correct shipping profile and all those fun things. So then it wants you to select some tags. What tags are associated with that other women's fashion category? It might be curated, it might be pallet pulls, it might be new with tags, it might be something else. It might be activewear, fashion, women's, plus size, closet, clean out. I can select up to 3 tags that go with whatever it is I'm selling. And then I can choose a brand. If not, that's fine. My palettes come from Target, so I often choose Target. Then you set up your shipping settings, and free pickup by default is off. You can turn that on if you want to offer free pickup for people who are local. You can set an address. Now, be careful, guys. I don't use my personal address ever. ever. Even if I don't have an address, a physical brick and mortar store, you're going to my local police station. That's where my free pickup is. We're going to meet at the internet sales spot that they have. Is see to use as Target. Choose a public place, well lit. Okay, guys, like all the things that you know we know to be true, right? Do all the things to keep yourself safe. If you're offering that local pickup as an option. Um, Domestic shipments is the next setting that you want to choose. And for those of you wanting to know how to do the stickers or flat, something flat that goes in a plain white envelope, that is the option that has to be checked off, guys. The USPS first class mail letter, that has to be on. It is by default off. It has to be on. That is one of the criteria to make sure that that shipping setting is correct. Now, the next shipping settings are going to be sort of personal to you. For domestic shipments from 1 to 5 pounds, what do you want to choose? Do you want to choose priority or flat rate? I always choose priority. For domestic shipments over 5 pounds, I want to use USPS flat rate boxes. Why? Let me turn this off for another second. Oh shit, my bad. I rotated you and I didn't mean to. Okay. Why? Because I want to be in charge of my shipping. Erase the thought of flat rate shipping in that scenario. Just sort of pretend like it says, let me choose what's going to happen to shipments over 5 pounds. I know that may not make sense. And it took a long time for me to really understand that. And I had to hear it a bunch of times for it to make sense. But as a seller, you'll begin to understand how the shipping works. And I firmly, strongly believe that that is why Whatnot makes us go through that 1,000 sales before they offer what they offer. Put a number 2 in the chat if you have no idea what it means to hit 1K. You're officially cooked. You have no idea. Perfect. Okay. That is great. So you put a 1 in the chat if you have heard other sellers say, I'm reaching my 1K, or I've reached my 1K, or I'm going towards my 1K. Okay. So like we've all heard it. We may not necessarily know what that means. What that means is Whatnot has an early payout program. So you have to meet several criteria to be eligible for that early payout program. And hitting 1,000 sales is just one of the criteria that has to be met to be part of that program. What does that mean? Early payout means before you hit 1K as a seller, you have to wait until 72 hours after the buyer receives their product to be able to request that those funds from that sale be transferred to your account. Right? That may not be a big deal to some of us. And it wasn't a big deal for me initially. I don't want to say it wasn't a big deal as if like I didn't need the money. I absolutely do. I wouldn't be here if I didn't, right? This is, part of my why is to supplement my wife's income, who had to make the decision to stay home to take care of her elderly mother and to get my daughter to college. So I absolutely need the money, but I didn't necessarily need it like now. Like it wasn't I need it this moment. It was okay, I can wait that, however long it takes for that person to receive their item in 72 hours after. I knew I was going to get it. And that was okay. Now it's nice. It's nice to be able to say, okay, I've made that sale. I can request the transfer almost immediately. I say almost immediately because as someone who has reached their 1K, it's not immediate. It's after I print the label. So once I print the label for that sale, I can now request the transfer. And the transfer may take a day or two. Usually I see it next day. So that's what that means. But the shipping is going to be, a personal setting that you have to come to terms with in terms of what you're selling. And let's see. Combi said, yeah, just know if one person buys 40 pounds of stuff, you're going to get cooked if you choose, one of these options over another, potentially. Now, this isn't where you would necessarily get cooked, I think. I'm going to rotate again. Here we go. All right. So I choose all the time. I choose priority mail and I choose flat rate for anything over 5 pounds. Okay. So those are the settings I choose. I'm going to choose save, and it brings me back to that screen where the next thing I'm being asked to select is shipping cost. Now, this is where you can get cooked. Okay. When I choose shipping costs, I have 3 options. Seller pays all shipping costs, which means, guess what? The buyer is getting free shipping. That means you, as the seller, are going to cover all the shipping costs. That is where you can get cooked big time. Or you can choose buyer pays up to a certain shipping cost. And if I choose that, you'll see what happens. Ready? 921 comes into that field by default. That is the max shipping that someone would pay for anything from 1 pound to 5 pounds, unless it fits in a flat rate box, which you do not get charged for weight. As long as it fits, it ships. So if, for example, if you were selling these face masks, okay, these are 1 to 3 ounces. I know I'm not going to sell 5 pounds worth of masks to one person if that's all I'm selling. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Vintage. You don't have that option because you are a new seller and because you're working on a mobile device. You will have that option if you use a desktop computer. And that's something you learn sort of the hard way, right? My wife, she does not have 1,000 sales yet. She's working towards her 1,000. She's not there yet. But we do have the reduced shipping option as long as we use a desktop device. Or in other words, we access Whatnot through a browser. So if on my iPad, I didn't want to use the Whatnot app and I wanted to use the browser to go to whatnot.com, I would see it. So you can choose the max shipping cost. If I wanted to reduce it to 5, like let's say I only wanted my buyers to pay $5 and then I'm picking up the $4.21 on top of that, I could do that. But I usually just leave it at reduced shipping $9.21, give my buyers a little incentive, plus put a number 3 in the chat if you know what happens when you choose reduced shipping. So, Whatnot app works differently than a desktop. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know what selecting reduced shipping does. Okay. So, selecting reduced shipping, I will show you momentarily. I will show you what it does momentarily as soon as we get through this. My shows are always set to explicit content. So that is always on because I let the F bombs fly. Muted words. You can also say, hey, I don't want someone to be able to say fuck or shit or whatever it is you don't want them to say. You can choose what words you want muted. My primary language is English. I always make my shows public. If for some reason you wanted to make a show private to practice, that's when you would choose private. And I would just hit schedule show, and it's going to schedule all 10 of those in one fell swoop. Does that make sense? Did that help? And did that answer your question about how to set up shows? And bear with me one moment. I know it's winter and it seems like I shouldn't have allergies, but I do. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good, good. How much is the fees to Whatnot? Do they charge fees with shipping too? No. Okay, good. I'm glad that helped. All right. So I'm going to answer the question about what it does when you choose reduced shipping first, and then I'll answer that question. Okay. So do you see my, this is my home. Okay. So I'm looking at other sellers who are live right now. See this one right here, TBC Productions? She's live. And do you see right there? It says reduced shipping, whereas this one doesn't. As a buyer, people will literally bypass you if they don't see reduced shipping. I've heard from several buyers on several different panels, buyers panels, speaking about their experience as a buyer, that they won't even entertain someone who doesn't offer reduced shipping. It's an interesting perspective, but I get it, right? We're all used to Amazon. We're all used to the other, big box sellers that are able to offer free shipping or, reduced shipping. In order to stay competitive and keep yourself relevant, I would suggest considering it as an option. I'm not suggesting you do it by any means. You have to know what you're selling in order to be able to make an informed decision about how you set up your shows and what shipping options you choose. Okay. So I'm definitely not making any recommendations. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shit. Oh, there we go. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Yeah, we like Chucky over here. My wife does anyway. So sorry about that. Um but yeah, so only you can make that decision about sorry about what settings you choose. And so T and I recently did a 7-day challenge into the new year. We called it the 7-day surge into the new year challenge. And each day we challenged participants with something to do. One of the days we said change it up. And T and I decided we were going to change it up by offering free shipping. And I'll tell you what, it was the best show I've had to date. Think about that for a second. Like, holy hell. Could I have gotten cooked? Absolutely. Did I get cooked? Yep, I sure did. Just, just for ha-has, let's say Okay. So when I said earlier that you can do certain things on a desktop that you cannot through the app, that's exactly what I mean. There are certain things you can only do on a desktop or through a browser. So what I mean when I say that is not through the app. So this right now is, oh shit. This is using the app, Whatnot. Okay, it's using the Whatnot app. If I instead wanted to use the browser, Safari, to go to Whatnot, I can do that. So it would ask me to log in just like I normally would, only this is through the browser and not through the app itself. I would see the same settings that I would see on a desktop. Okay. Yes. And there are things that you can do on an iOS versus an Android device. So it's interesting to see the differences. I use iOS, whereas T uses an Android. My wife used to use an Android. She has since switched to an iOS device. My wife hates using the computer. She hates using it. You can do what you need to do to have a show on a mobile device through the app. You can. But there are additional options that you won't have access to unless you access Whatnot through a browser. Or, in other words, on a desktop, a computer, a laptop, a desktop, whatever. Just through a browser as opposed to through the app itself. And so I was showing, what users see when you choose reduce shipping. That is the banner that by default shows up on your show when you have reduced shipping. And so some people look for that. I cannot show you shipping labels. So unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that. It's against terms of service. So mods stay mods permanently, or do you have to set them each show? You will have to set them each show until you've done it a number of times. I don't know what that magic number is, but once I choose certain people to mod for me for a few shows, it'll automatically populate that field for me with those people. You can always add moderators on the fly. So in my live show right now, I can mod someone by just clicking on their name and choosing allow to moderate. I have no idea what that says. I'm so sorry. Do I prefer to set up and schedule my shows on my desktop? So that's an interesting question. I don't think I have a preference. I've done it from both. My laptop is what I work off of, aka desktop. But it is a laptop. And my mobile device. Yeah. So, yes, for setting up shows, I find it just as effective. Desktops, you can do things with shipping labels that you can't do on iOS or Android, is your point. Yes. But I wouldn't limit it to desktop. I would say outside of the app. So if you access Whatnot outside of the app, aka in a browser, from either a desktop or a laptop, that is what will give you additional options that you don't get from the mobile device using the app. But yeah, so I don't have a preference for setting up shows either. I've done it both from both. I do it from both, but here's one of those weird things, right? I can choose more than 10 on my desktop, my laptop, through the browser, whereas I am limited to 10 shows. If I choose reoccurring shows, I'm limited to 10 through the app. Weird, right? So like I can set up 12 or 20 or I don't know how many because I haven't gone. I don't think I've set up like more than 12. But I have set up 12 through the desktop. A printer is only needed to print shipping labels. Did I miss any of the questions that have come in? And just so y'all know, that book down there is my new book. Came out and is available for purchase today. Debut. It has some of the stuff in it that we just talked about. It has an extensive how-to with pictures, step-by-step directions for some of these things. Thank you. And today is the only day I will have it for 15. Tomorrow I have a show set up specifically for the book sales. But it won't be discounted quite as much, I don't think. That's again another personal preference, and or it will, your budget may determine one or the other or both. I have both. I have both a regular printer and I have the thermal label printer. Labels can get expensive, and I am of the belief that you should include a packing slip with your items. I don't like, as a buyer, receiving goods that I've purchased without a packing slip. I don't like it. I want to see what I bought. I want to make sure that everything I bought is in that box or bag or whatever it comes in. And if I am running a business and I am buying something for my business, I want to know how much I paid for it. I need a physical receipt to turn in to the IRS when they want their money. So I am cognizant of that. And hey, Miss D, how are you? That is how I run my business. I include the packing slip in all of the things that I send out. And you ship. That is awesome. Lucky buys. Yeah, you just use the thermal. So because shipping labels can get expensive, if I have someone who purchased, let's say 7 or 8 pages worth of shipping labels, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm probably going to print just the shipping label from the thermal and print the packing slip from my regular printer. And I'm going to include multiple pages on a single page of paper. So I will set it up so that there are 6 pages of 4x6 on one 8.5 by 11. And I will set it up so that it flips and prints on the other side as well. So I'm only using one sheet of paper, regular paper, as opposed to a sticker, which costs a little bit more. But I also have to consider the cost of ink. Is it more costly for me to print using ink on a regular printer than it is for the sticker, or vice versa? Like, all of those things are things that I can't answer for you. You'll have to make a decision based on your budget, based on your wants, your needs. I have both, and that is what I do. If anything is over uh like 4 pages of labels, I will usually print it on my regular printer and print just the shipping label on the thermal. Um, or the other option is to print the packing slip on the thermal, but set it up so that it prints 2 per page and it's like landscape instead of horizontal. So it'll fit 2 on a page instead of just 1. That will help save. You've been hearing some saying that they use the printer for their scan sheet. Okay, so yes. Yes. So for those of you that don't know, um, that I believe is one of the things that you get from using a browser as opposed to the mobile device. I don't think you have access to the scan sheet on a mobile device. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I think I know, again, I'm not all knowing, guys, but I do try to do my homework. That is an option that you have through the desktop, laptop, and or through a browser as opposed to through the app itself. You can print a scan sheet, and what that is it's something you would bring to the post office, and it has all of the little barcodes that they would need to scan all of the packages that you were bringing to them in one fell swoop instead of having to scan each individual package. I don't do that because my post office is small and they are happy to scan all of the things. And I don't have 500 packages that I'm shipping weekly or daily. I hope to someday, perhaps, but not today. So, yes, a scan sheet definitely would come in handy for those instances where you have a lot. And I'm not saying I haven't had instances like that. I have, where it's taken 10 or 12 trips into the post office. And my folks are so patient. They're like, "Yep, just stack them up on the counter. We'll get to them." But yeah. Any other questions? I love these questions. They're good. Forgive me. I know I was saying earlier, like you would think in the winter months you wouldn't see allergies, but this year has been like atrocious for me. So my nose constantly runs for absolutely no reason. Can I explain what size you need to tell ChatGPT? Oh yes. For thumbnails, you mean? So I use these are the dimensions I use, and they come out good. 1080 by 1920. 1080 by 1920. So 1080 is the width, 1920 is the height of the image. So that is a thumbnail. For an inventory graphic, like the book that you see, the graphic that you see associated with the book, I don't know if it's here or here, down below that's pinned, you can use any square dimension. I use like 600 by 600 just because it's always better to have more information and size down than it is to have less information and size up. It will pixelate things or make things a little blurry if you try to go from a small size to a larger size than it is to go from large to small. Does that make sense? So I use 600 by 600 and then I can size it down. Or like Whatnot will sort of just size it down for you. It'll kind of take that image and be like, yeah, that's cool. I know what size you need. Pop it right in there. Makes sense. So which one do you use on all the pictures for my scheduling? I use the 1080 by 1920 for the shows. Yeah, no problem. I'll actually show you an example too. I'm gonna make you seasick for a hot second. Work smarter, not harder. There's an image, right? Chat GPT. I said, use this image as your inspiration and create an image that is 1080 by 1920 pixels. The image should reflect this person, web woman, standing in the foreground holding up 2 mini backpacks, similar to the Loungefly style backpacks. In the background, there should be a white shelving unit with 12 boxes. In each of those 12 boxes is one of the mini backpacks. Each backpack should be different. Web woman wears thin, top framed turquoise aqua colored glasses, but she can be wearing a different color flannel shirt, perhaps turquoise or aqua, with jeans and sneakers that resemble Hoka brand. Please have text that reads web woman big and bold somewhere on the image. And this is what it produced. Now, you'll notice it didn't produce me a 12 by 12 shelving unit. It produced me a 25 by 4, right? So it got that wrong, but I liked it and I went with it. That's what it produced. Um, so, that's essentially what I do. Work smarter, not harder. Use the tools that are available. And sometimes it'll come back and it'll say, hey, I can't do that because you said Hoka, or you said Disney, or you said Loungefly, and I can't do those things, right? Because they're copyrighted. It can't do something that's like branded like that. But so I try to use language that'll say, hey, similar to or likeness of, as opposed to make it a Loungefly, because it won't do that. I even use AI to create me a roadmap to better understand the the woodwork. I would love to pick your brain on the algorithm, because that's a mystery. Yes, I just tell it my vision step by step, and it outputs what I want most of the time. Prompt engineering at its best. Yep. You can tell it what you want to be wearing, what body type you have, what color hair, what color eyes, what color glasses, what color shirt, what color skin, what standing, sitting, all the things. Yes, you absolutely need to fact check. In the AI world, it's called hallucinating, when AI spits out something that is false or fake or you didn't ask for. It hallucinates all the time. So you do need to fact check, yes. So is that how you add text to it as well? Yes. Now, some people may not add text to it. They may use another application like Canva, Canva. That is an application that is also commonly used, does have an AI component to it. I would recommend you install it just for ha-has. See if it works for you. You can create your own images. So you may have AI create the overall image, but you may leave the text out and you may add that text yourself. Hey, Leibowitz, how are you, my friend? Yeah, so lots of options. This is one I like to show. Not that I'm going to show it. You're going to hear it. I am freezing, but yes, I'm warm inside. Hold on one second while I mute this. Let's go. Yes. You can even utilize it to create a mock-up of your items. Right. Pause that. Ready? Here we go. We're going to turn it up. Did you hear that? This is a song that was produced for me. Only your fifth note. Welcome in. This is all AI. No filter, no finesse. I have no filter. Create you an AI artist to go viral and many fucking filters. Yeah, so I mean, oh shit. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so it's amazing, like, the tools that you have at your disposal to really help you, grow your business, work it the way you want. And I gotta plug my phone in before I die. Hot Mess Express, okay. What am I plugging it into is the question. There we go. Maybe. We might not fit. Okay, we're not gonna. Hey, Gonzo, look at what's up! My Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, whose first time is it in here? Put a heart in the chat if it's your first time. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Do I seriously not have? I don't have. What in the hell? Literally. All right. The struggle is real. I have 1,500 chords in here, just so we're clear. shit. See, I can't make this shit up, guys. All right, there we go. There we go. I just ripped the like cable right off. I have 1,500 cables and not a single one of them will reach my phones to let me plug it in. That magnet is a little strong. A little bit strong, guys. A little bit. There we go. All right. Trust this computer. Trust it. Trust it. Okay, don't trust it. Fine, don't. Don't. What? Well, hello. Not what? What are? What are we doing? We're freaking out. That's what we're doing. Holy hell! Hi, hi. Could we not freak out? My computer's gonna die. Also, by the way, it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is why I welcome you to the Hot Mess Express when you make a first purchase. I do go by Webwoman, but my alternate identity is Hot Mess Express. Shit show, as always. You would expect nothing less, okay? The next book is going to be Webwoman's Shit Show, okay? Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Yes, but guys, for those of you that don't know, uh, you usually play Apple Music, but I will be using two devices for running my life. I teach faculty how to teach online. So it's sort of what I do, like teach people. So I love doing that. It sort of comes naturally to me. Hopefully I do a good job. And hopefully you will love my book when you get it. Those of you who purchased it, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. You're very welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, and like I said, it's just the basics, what the things that I sort of wish I had known as a new seller coming onto the app. And I will definitely be expanding it for the next version. But I had fun doing it. I'm super excited. It came in today. And you know, tomorrow I will be talking more about it. And oh, not so much. No, it's not large. I mean, you can be the judge. Uh it's not as large as some other books. We'll just put it that way. But I'm I'm this old where I take pictures and I expand to read. One has to be muted as you will have an echo, so I would use the iPad or music, and if loud enough, you'll hear it. I will at cost when I'm home to get the shipment as long as I sign it. I will absolutely sign it as long as you let me know who to address it to. If you want your whatnot name, I can do that. If you want your actual name or someone else, I will address it to them. Just have to let me know. Um, but yeah, I'll have it. So tonight is the sort of debut. So I dropped it down to 15. Tomorrow I'll be doing 25% off. So I think it comes to 18.75 with that. You won't be able to use your iPad or phone for music because they will be used running your show. What was the question? I sort of missed it. What device is playing the music? Oh, okay. So I am running the show from my mobile device, from my phone. I also have the show open on my laptop. So I manage my show from my laptop, but I started the show on my mobile device, if that makes sense. And I use my so I'll just show you. It's gonna get seasick. Sorry, I apologize. I'll show you my setup. So I like lights. Don't judge. I have a TV on the wall. See my computer freaking out because I hooked up my phone. It wants to know if it wants, and it won't go away. So that's why it's blinking. But I have a TV set up with an HDMI cable. And it won't let me cancel that message. It just keeps popping up and popping up and popping up. But that is my live show that you're seeing right now. So I can see the comments a little bit bigger. And I have Pandora playing from my laptop. So that's how I'm playing the music. And that's my laptop. I mean, usually your device can handle doing one device can handle doing sort of both. Like I wouldn't put the load probably on my device that I opened the show with, if that makes any sense. So I opened the show with my mobile device. Um so if you use Apple Music, that's fine. I actually had that's what I played the Hot Mess Express with, I think, was right here. My Apple music. But it is downloaded on my local laptop and I'm playing it locally. It's not streaming that, if that makes sense. But it is streaming Pandora. So my laptop is able to bear the load of those two things. But clearly it can't handle the cable being connected to my phone. Yeah, no, it doesn't like it. My laptop is from 2004, guys. 2004. She's about to die. She's about to die. Wish me good luck. Um, because I love my laptop. She's been good to me, but she's a little bit freaking out right now. And I'm gonna turn this down. Okay. Yeah, she's vintage. She's vintage. Unlike wine, she does not get better with age. She's tired. She's a tired old lady. But yeah, so that's how I have mine set up. Hello, did you get an answer about? Oh, sorry. So whatnot fees? Great question. And I am not going to spout out fees because those types of things are subject to change. But what I will tell you is where you can go to see them. And Google or any other search engine will produce you with the results, I'm sure. So what I would type in is what not commission fees. And so when I type that in, here's what pops up, right? AI first, it tells me, hey, 8% of the item's final price for most categories, plus a payment processing fee of 2.9%, plus the 30 cents on the total transaction, including shipping and taxes. But I don't want to rely on AI to give me that answer. I want to hear it from the source. So it gives me a link right to Whatnot page where it says Whatnot seller fees and commission schedule. And it will tell you what those fees are based on what your category is, what it might update, they change their terms of service from time to time. Those numbers might change. So again, I'm not gonna spout out specific numbers, but that is where you go to get that information. Because it will have it all right there for you. And it's also going to change based on where you're located in the world. We had someone in here last time from Australia. So different countries are going to have different fees. Yes, a lot of things change. And always check your app, guys. Make sure there's not an update daily, literally daily. Check daily. Even though I have automatic updates on, I check to make sure that it installed, because you want to make sure you're running the most current version of the app at all times. It definitely helps. Where do you check for updates on the app? So in your app store, whether it's iOS or Android, wherever you go, to get your apps, I'm using an iOS device. So I would go to the app store and I would type in Whatnot as if I was looking for it to install. So I'm going to search and I'm going to type in Whatnot. WHATNOT search. Okay, so right there, it comes up the first one. Where it says open, it will say update if there's an update that is needed. Because it says open, I know that I have the most up-to-date version. So that's where you would look. Are there any other questions before we wrap up? If you all can do me a huge ass favor, huge, guys, huge, favor, stick around, but also, someday I'll find it. There we go. What are we doing? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Thank you very much. We are doing this. Welcome in. What's a raid? Good question. So a raid is when you take all the people in your show and you raid into someone else's show. You bring all of your people into their show. Some people have, thoughts on that. I enjoy supporting the community in that way. If I am able to take my people and bring them to someone else's show, I'm going to do that. I will absolutely sign your book. Who would you like it addressed to? Thank you so much for that purchase. Silly Goose. Gotcha. Will do. Perfect. Thank you so much. Um, I would love for you all to not only follow me on YouTube, I would like you to follow our girl T, who has been moderating this whole time. Callan Boo, why do you not have your hat? I fucking gave you a hat. I'm so Kalina. All right. Um, go go follow our girl T. Your moderator's hat. Your moderator's hat. Go follow our girl Tea Time on YouTube. She's at 35 subscribers right now. We can get her. There's 13 of us in here right now. Let's add 10 more. Let's get her to 45. 45, okay? 45. If y'all get her to 45 right now, I'll give away another book. Right now, I'll give away another book. 45. 10 more, okay? 10 more people need to go to YouTube and subscribe. Go. Go, 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 go. You already subscribed. Good. I'm gonna keep refreshing. I'm gonna keep refreshing. Let's see. Oh hell. I don't know what I just clicked on. Clicked on some shit. Didn't mean to. Tea time. Tea time. Let's see. We're at 36. 37. Let's go. Let's go. Tea time deals. Tea time underscore deals. Let's go. It's real easy and it's free. And it's free. Easy and free. Let's go. Done, done. Let's go. Let's go. 37. 37. I'm the same on there as well. Same username. WEBWUMAN. I know it's spelled wrong, guys. When you get my book, you'll know why. If you don't already. All right, we didn't quite make it to 45, guys, but I appreciate those of you that did subscribe and or are already subscribed. I appreciate you guys. I know, right? Right, Clea. Right. Oh damn, I love you. Oh shit. I'm not above. I'm not above bribery. I did that with my kids, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. We're still at 37. All right. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Stick with me for Freya. It's a hot mess shit show. Yes, look, Freya, look what came out. It's out, girl. It's out. Oh damn. Yep. All right. We are gonna raid into the book. The book. Yes, it's out and it's on Flash. Let's see. Who are we gonna go bless? Oh, hey. We're gonna go see. Are you auntie? I don't. I'll see you on. Jump on. I'll give you 5 minutes. Welcome in. Welcome in. We were just about to read out. Are you jumping on? Oh. Sorry. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. I wasn't. Mm-mm. Oh, I should that because Tober 2 is on and she's super supportive. So let's go see her. She's got 12 people. She's also in the community category, so she is talking community stuff as well. So let's go right into her. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Let's drop some turquoise hearts and some tea kettles in that chat when we get there. I appreciate all of you and join me next week. And or bookmark my shows in between and join me then. Love y'all. Thank you. Let's go.